What's up, metalheads? Welcome to the Thrash Can. I'm your host, JT, and this is Jimmy.
What's going on?
And we got a special guest in the house. Who's our special guest tonight, Jimmy?
Mr. Andrew fucking Arenas.
Yes.
That's what the F stands for.
Andy.
All right.
Andy. What's up, fellas? How you guys doing tonight?
Oh, you know.
You're pumping.
Just a little construction.
You're pumping. What are you constructing? What are you constructing over there?
We're nailing wood together.
Nice. Nice. And here I am over here all by myself. No wood nailing for me.
You're cutting wood. You're cutting wood. We're nailing wood.
I was. I had the chainsaw out today and was sawing. I was sawing logs.
It's big. It's heavy. It's wood.
Yeah. Like that. What was that game? Lollipop chainsaw or chainsaw? I don't know. Whatever. But anyway, we're here to talk metal tonight. And tonight, what we've got going on is you can't get any more metal than a band with metal in their name. We did one of those not too long ago.
We started that way.
We did. But tonight, we're talking about Metal Church.
The band Lars Ulrich almost joined before Metallica.
Was very, very interesting. He was looking for something to do, and Vanderhoff got with him, and they tried to do some music, and things did not work out. But
I think it worked out for the best in the long run, though.
Oh, absolutely. But let's talk a little bit about Metal Church here. Metal Church is an American heavy metal band formed in 1980. Originally based in San Francisco, California, they relocated to Aberdeen, Washington, which is very interesting. I never knew they were from Washington.
I did, but I didn't know they started in St. Francis.
Yeah, started in San Francisco. Then a year later, went back to Washington. They briefly called themselves Shrapnel.
That I did not know.
I had never heard that before. They were led by guitarist and songwriter Kurt Vanderhoff. The band has released 13 studio albums and is considered to be an integral part of the then emerging, so weird to say, Seattle heavy metal music scene of the 1980s. Never even knew. I never put two and two together.
Well, you had Queensryche, you had Forced Entry. I mean, there was others up there.
Forced Entry was later, though.
That was probably late 90s as they were playing, though. I mean, late 80s as they were playing. But they're one that everyone knows came out around 90.
Yeah, just very, very strange. I had never heard of a Seattle heavy metal scene. But hey.
That's because the overshadowing of the grunge movement later just kind of dwarfed all the history before that.
Right. Yeah, well, usually when you think about, you think about the Bay Area metal scene or the Los Angeles metal scene, you don't generally think
Florida.
Or Florida, yeah, Tampa. Tampa had a big metal scene. And then, New York. New York had a good metal scene.
Kenosha, Wisconsin. They had Jungle Rot.
Oh, look at you. Because they were ready to slaughter the weak. Oh, show. So, Metal Church has had a revolving lineup of vocalists, guitarists, bassists, and drummers throughout its 45-year career. And Vanderhoff remains the group's solo, consistent, creative force. Very interesting thing. He decided that he didn't want to play live anymore in, I think it was 86.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And stepped back to just doing creative work for the band. Which is very strange. I mean, for me anyway, I mean, even if I was the primary songwriter, I'd still want to play live.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, but apparently he had had enough.
Yeah.
Well, and at
decided
the
to-
time, I think he was also writing material that wasn't just metal. So he was songwriting for other artists as well. And like he's even, because I saw an interview with him recently where he was doing a podcast and the guy was asking him questions about why he did that. And he was saying, look, I was doing all sorts of things at the time and I didn't have the time to go out on the road when I had all these other obligations. So I wanted to focus on all of that as opposed to just being the guy in the band.
it makes sense.
Yeah.
It definitely makes sense.
And then, of course, later on, he ended up going back and playing stuff. Like he has a band, I can't remember the name of it, but they played with ZZ Top. They're just a blues rock band.
You know, I ran across that in here.
Name escapes me now, but
What was that?
Quarters mostly.
Huh?
Inside joke with Andy.
Oh,
Damn. It's
You're
too
gonna,
late to go back to the office.
you're gonna have to talk to the supervisor.
Yeah. It's too late to fly home.
yeah. Man, I know I ran across that, but I don't remember where I saw it.
Presto Ballet.
Oh, that's not what I remembered, but okay. Is that what it
that's-
was?
No, that's his progressive rock band. He has one of those too.
Okay.
Hall of Flame.
Huh.
I think it's Hall of Flame.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't remember what I saw. There was something.
But even if I'm wrong,
Oh, you know, I think I'm sorry. I was thinking of Mike Howe.
oh, okay.
Never mind. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, brother. Yeah.
He was in the band prior to Metal Church, I think.
Yeah, he was probably in the band the longest.
Yeah.
Besides
You know,
Vanderhoof.
And through
Right.
Their most, when they had their biggest success too, he was with them. You know, financial success,
Commercial, definitely.
Yeah.
Those two records he put out in the 80 and 90 era
Yeah,
did very well commercially.
Because didn't he come in Blessing in Disguise?
Blessings.
Yeah, he came in on the third record right after this one.
Yep. He did Blessing, The Human Factor, and Hanging in the Balance.
Mm-hmm.
And then the band broke up in 96. And then they reformed in 98. But
And I think at that point they had Ronnie Monroe, possibly. I'm trying to remember because
Ronnie Monroe.
It's been musical chairs.
Yeah.
At that position.
There's been so many different people. It says they reformed in 98 with most of their classic lineup, including Vanderhoof's return to performance, resulting in the band's sixth studio album, Masterpiece. However, internal conflicts and Wayne's second departure from the band in 2001 resulted in a second hiatus. Metal Church resurfaced in 2003 with Ronnie Monroe replacing Wayne. And the band underwent a few lineup changes within the next 6 years. Yeah, it's crazy. You know, and we've run into this a lot with a lot of the bands we've been talking about doing this series about, you know, they try and keep these bands going, but man, they've got so many lineup changes and it's hard. I don't really know how bands do that.
It's
you
all
know?
about the brand anymore as opposed to the people.
Yeah, yeah. It's just
Which
tough,
sucks.
man.
Yeah.
It's tough, dude. But
I mean, look at what Guns N' Roses did. When Axl fired everybody, it was still Guns N' Roses, but everybody knew it wasn't really Guns N' Roses. And now they've got the core back, and it's everyone is at least accepting of that.
yeah. So here's what you were talking about earlier. It says Vanderhoof formed Metal Church in 1980 with various musicians. This era included a brief audition period with future Metallica drummer Lars Ulrich.
Yes, I've heard both speak of it in interviews in the past.
Yeah. Now, I don't know what this means, but it says the 3-song instrumental Red Skies demo was released in 1981 and featured okay, never mind. It featured Vanderhoof, guitarist Rick Condren, bassist Steve Holt, and drummer Aaron Zempel.
Okay.
So I thought when I was reading through there, I thought they were talking about this 3-song instrumental had Lars Ulrich on it, but it did not.
Well, I could see at that point that maybe Kurt didn't necessarily think that Lars was good enough, because remember, Lars was just learning at that point.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
Really, in fact, I remember seeing an interview with him with Fleming from the Rasmussen, the guy who recorded the 4 first records, and or the 3 records, I should say, after Kill 'Em All. And he was saying that on Ride the Lightning, they were having to teach him how to do like drum fills and the arranging certain parts, because he just was playing, had no clue about any of it. That him and the drummer from King Diamond's band at their studio were teaching him. So I can see where maybe he just wasn't ready yet.
Yeah.
For Metal
absolutely.
Church.
Absolutely.
Now he has since gone on to become a much better musician, obviously.
Oh yeah. Obviously.
Say what you will, haters. Justice is still great.
Oh
yeah. Absolutely.
I love the Black Album too. I don't care what anybody says. I love the Black Album.
I'm talking about for technical.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh
The drum parts on Justice were awesome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He would switch the beat and not even realize he was doing it, I think.
The drums were brilliant on that album.
Yeah.
And then come right back in the pocket.
Yeah. He's definitely got his own style, and he was very influential and just very important to the scene in general.
Absolutely.
He had like a pulse on what the metal scene was doing, and he had the vision. And yeah, his skill he's regressed over the years for sure, but you still can't take away what he's done for metal.
Right. In July of 1984, Metal Church released its self-titled debut album, which included 3 songs from the 4 Hymns demo and a cover version of Deep Purple's Highway Star. They sold 70,000 copies of that album independently.
Wow.
It's insane. No label, sold 70,000 copies of that album.
Out of the back of the trunk of their vehicles.
According to Wayne, Ulrich and Metallica bandmate James Hetfield urged Elektra to sign the band before another label could.
I can see that.
That's crazy.
I mean, they had the pulse on it back then, too.
Yeah.
I mean, they were friends, obviously.
Yeah.
So why not try to, help Buddy out? And they were doing well anyway. They just would have launched him to a higher plateau, and that's what happened.
Yes, sir.
And I don't remember what 3 songs would have been on that first demo. Do you have that listed?
I do not, but we can find out here real quick.
Because I'm kind of curious.
I've seen it before, but I can't remember.
Let's see. It should be in here. 4 Hymns. Death Wish, The Brave, and I can't. Sorry, I'm having problems seeing it. Battalions.
Okay.
And then Gods of Wrath.
Okay. All great tunes.
First 3 Metal Church albums are masterpieces.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
I'd even say first 4.
Fourth one's
Yeah.
good, but man, the first 3 are just A pluses.
Oh, absolutely. By the time Metal Church released their second studio album, The Dark, in October of 1986, they were touring with high-profile acts, including Metallica. The Dark was a commercial success, helped by the fact that the band's first music video, Watch the Children Pray, received frequent airplay on MTV. As a result, the album managed to enter the U.S. Billboard 200 and saw Metal Church support the album with a world tour that lasted from October of 86 to July of 87, playing with bands such as King Diamond, Celtic Frost, Testament, Overkill, DRI, Trouble, and individually with all of the big 4 of thrash metal, Metallica, Megadeth, Slayer, and Anthrax. What a fucking tour.
That would have been a hell of a ride.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude. I want to see everybody on that list. Holy shit.
I've seen almost all of the ones on that list.
Same.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I don't think I've ever seen Trouble,
No, I've never seen Trouble.
Me either.
but I've seen everybody else.
I've never seen DRI, but I think I am here in a couple months.
Cool.
But that leads us into the album of the night, which is The Dark from Metal Church.
The sophomore effort.
Waiting for you in.
Sophomore. Ah!
And the last of David Wayne's tenure at that point, too.
Yes. Yes.
I never heard the reason for his leaving. Did you ever get that part?
I'm not sure if that was in here or not. I just read through some of this.
Personality.
Because I always thought it was some type of.
Because there was some interesting
Tension.
stuff about
I
this
think so.
album
That's
here.
What I thought I heard too.
But anyway, The Dark was released on October 6th of 1986. This was the last album featuring the group's classic lineup of David Wayne, Kurt Vanderhoff, Kirk Arrington, Duke Erickson, and Craig Wells until Masterpiece in 1999, which reunited the 4/5 of that lineup with John Marshall replacing Wells. I thought this was really cool. The album was dedicated to the late Metallica bassist Cliff Burton, who died 9 days before its release.
Oh, wow. Can you imagine the how quickly they would have had to have added that into the liner notes
Yeah.
back
But,
then?
In order to promote The Dark, Metal Church supported Metallica and Anthrax on the Damage Incorporated tour. They also opened for Megadeth, Anthrax, and King Diamond. I thought this was kind of interesting. So the very first track off the album, Ton of Bricks.
Mm-hmm.
Ton of Bricks appears as the opening track in the Charlie Sheen movie No Man's Land.
Oh shit!
Never knew that.
Never knew that either.
Came out in 1987.
I may have seen that, but it's been so many years I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that now and check that out. Anthrax guitarist Scott Ian has been quoted as saying that Mark Dodson's production work on this album inspired the band to work with him as the producer for their 4th album, State of Euphoria, which is one of the other albums that we've talked about on this show.
And did you see who engineered with Mark Dodson?
I did not. I hadn't got down that far.
Terry Date.
Oh, Terry Date. Yep.
Mr. Pantera engineer himself.
Yeah. He's done White Zombie, Overkill, Prong, Slipknot.
His
Archangel
list is huge.
Yeah, he's been around the block a couple times.
Sanctuary.
But
Sir Mix-a-Lot.
how the hell you even say them two together? Wrong.
Sanctuary. Sir Mix-a-Lot. See?
Or Mix-a-Sherry. Sir, what?
That's in order, by the way. He did that before Metal Church. Oh no, never mind. He did Blessing also. That's what I was looking at.
Uh-huh.
Dream Theater too. I forgot about them. Mother Love Bone.
Mother
Oh,
Love Bone.
Bad Motor Finger. Yeah, he was a favorite of a lot of the grunge guys.
And he
too.
liked a lot of that real tight, sound.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Cleansing by Prong.
Because like Overkill or Horoscope, it's got that, the drums are real dense.
Look at how busy this guy was. If you look at his history,
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah. This guy has done it all.
and
I mean, he is well known for his work with Metal Church, Dream Theater, Soundgarden, Overkill, Pantera, Dark Age. It's like the list goes on and on and on.
Yeah, he's kind of all over the map too.
Jesus.
He even did Repentless.
Slayer.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Soulfly, Havoc, Deftones. I mean,
Far
all
Beyond
over the
Driven.
place. Yeah.
Pretty much. But getting over to Mark, the actual
Snoop
guy
Dogg.
who was
Sorry.
the actual guy who was in charge for this one. I mean, it's also right up there. He did Beg to Differ, which is the one, just a couple before Cleansing. So these guys are following in each other's footsteps.
Yeah,
This
absolutely.
This guy was his teacher, it looks like.
Shit. He did Defenders of the Faith and
Persistence of Time.
How Will I Laugh Tomorrow? God.
Oh, yeah.
State of Euphoria, of course, because we just talked about that.
Lover Boy.
Lights, Camera, Revolution. Jesus.
Defenders of the Faith. Wow.
Sin After Sin by Judas Priest.
He goes way back.
Yeah, he's not a young man.
75. He's 74.
Damn, and he's still plugging along.
The last listing I have is 2018
Yeah.
for Joan Jett.
Yeah, I just saw that.
I think he's earned his retirement at this point.
Yeah.
That's just,
Crazy.
I bet he's getting a little bit of residuals off all those records.
Oh, hell yeah. And he should, too, because some of those are just brilliant. Brilliant, I say.
Yes. Brilliant.
Oh,
Oh, he did Lord Tracy. And who was in Lord Tracy?
Tracy Lord. No.
Tracy Lord. What?
Pantera's original singer.
No. Oh, yeah.
But that album came out before Pantera. 89. Didn't do much, but it came out.
Yeah.
Anyway, getting back to Metal Church. So they had the right guy in the chair and the right guy helping the guy in the chair. And the album sounds great.
Oh, yeah. The production on this is killer, man. I just listened to it again. I'll be honest with you. I loved this album when it first came out. I freaking wore this cassette out. And I had not listened to it in years, other than, hearing a little bit here or there. I hadn't really sat down and listened to the whole thing. And I sat down earlier today and listened to it all the way through, and it still sounds killer. I mean, the production on it is fantastic. I did run into some crazy reviews about, it got some really good reviews when it came out, but like the contemporary reviews for it say that like the first side of the album is great, but then after that, it's all just filler, which I don't necessarily agree with, because you get into that second side and you've got songs like The Dark and Psycho.
Yeah, two of the best on the album.
Yeah, absolutely. Even Line of Death, great song.
I think every song on this album is excellent.
I'll agree with you.
There's definitely no clunkers.
No.
This is actually my favorite Metal Church album.
There's some slow, you get into some slow heaviness with this, but I'll agree with you, Andy. This is by far my favorite Metal Church album.
I mean, the first album has my two favorite songs, which is Beyond the Black and Metal Church.
Yeah.
But as a whole album, I think this one's just more solid.
It's
track.
funny. I don't know that I had ever heard the first album before I got a hold of this. And like I said, I wore this out, and then I went back and got the first album. And you're right, the first album's a great album too, but it does not stand up to this.
Well, I discovered I'm on Blessings in Disguise, and then I had to go back.
Yeah,
I'm with Andy as far as the discovery part.
But
right.
The Dark, I had the cassette also, and I wore the fuck out of that cassette.
Yeah, I listened to it.
Actually, take that back. I was, whenever I could get Headbangers Ball back in the day, because we didn't have cable, I had to rely on friends' VHS tapes. I would watch The Dark repeatedly because it was on quite a bit whenever I would get those tapes. So I do remember the era.
If I remember right, they were showing the video for Watch the Children Pray.
Yep,
that's the one I'm talking about. From The Dark, I meant.
Yeah, yeah.
But the one I heard, when I first heard Metal Church, it was from Jim. Recorded me a VHS tape, and it had the video for Badlands from Blessings in the Sky.
Oh, okay.
And then I got that, and went backwards, and yeah.
And Badlands is probably their most popular song.
Well, you could say Date with Poverty, though.
Date with Poverty, Fake Healer, or even Watch the Children Pray.
Yeah.
Those are, I mean.
Yeah.
The Fire was pretty popular.
I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
You're going to have to look at ones that have videos. If they didn't have videos, as far as the commercial aspect, it's not going to do as well.
But they put these videos together to make kids like us go out and buy these albums. And I remember putting this cassette in. I'll be honest with you, I probably bought this at Camelot Music in Crestwood, because they were the only place around that really sold the kind of music I wanted to listen to. And I put this in my car as soon as I got out in the parking lot and got hit with a ton of bricks. And I was in love, dude.
The way this album opens is just so awesome.
It's killer.
Sets the tone right out of the gate.
Yeah.
It's a desert island album for me.
Yeah.
It's an all-time. Yeah.
And everyone called this thrash back in the day. And the more I've listened to this, it doesn't feel so thrashy to me. Because the drums. The drums are a lot more simplistic than compared to the other thrash bands of the era. I mean, generally speaking. The guitars and the vocals would be definitely right there.
Yeah.
I almost consider it power metal to a point.
I feel like they just kind of almost had their own sound.
They had their own thing going on.
They didn't really fit into thrash. They didn't fit into power metal. They fit into traditional metal, but they were kind of all those things.
They were the Metal Church.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of fit in good with all those styles. Just great metal, yeah. Like if somebody came down from outer space and you were like, what is metal? Give them like the first two Metal Church albums. And it's that's metal.
I agree with you. This album's very influential into my taste in music.
For sure.
And I had listened to a lot of stuff. I got into metal in the early 80s, and had a lot of friends around me. Well, like Steve and Mikey and them guys, Steve and I grew up, and he was constantly showing me stuff. But Metal Church, I'm pretty sure I came across them on Headbangers Ball, and I rushed right out and I grabbed this and just fell in love with it.
Yeah,
it's just one of those.
I probably heard them right around the time that Master of Puppets was like in the midst of its climb to being Master of Puppets.
In its hugeness.
Yes. And that's like that whole time was just amazing because it was one good release after another by so many bands. And
it was that whole mid 80s, from like 83 to 88, we were getting bombarded by so much.
And there was so much ground being broke by everybody. It's
absolutely.
Like everybody won up because it was never done by anyone else before.
I remember one of the biggest punches for me was probably Peace Cells, from Megadeth.
Oh, completely.
I had a buddy of mine. He was like, "Oh, here, you got to hear this," and I was like, "Fuck, dude." I remember it was kind of funny. I remember I heard Master of Puppets for the first time in a bathroom at school. One of my buddies.
That's kind of shitty.
Yeah.
Let me guess.
It kind of was, but he had a little Walkman with him, and he had the cassette, and there were like 3 or 4 of us in the bathroom, and we were all listening to it. That was the first time I ever heard Master of Puppets.
Funny story. I don't know if I've said this on here before, but I heard it on the radio. We had a local rock station called the Rock Zone out of
See, our radio, like I listened to Casey a lot, and they didn't really play a lot of that stuff back then.
Well, Monday Night Metal would, but you didn't get as much of it back then.
True.
But this was 8 p.m. to midnight every day, and it was a college station, I believe.
Oh,
and
yeah, that's cool.
The rest of the day it was country, which is like, huh? But I heard Metallica on there for the first time, and at the time I didn't realize that it was an 8.5-minute song. So whenever it slows down in the middle, I think, oh, the song's over. So I used to record the stuff to listen to in the daytime because of the time frame. And I was like, wait, it's still going. So I had to undo it to hear the rest of it. Being the newbie that I was.
Right.
See, I'm the late bloomer. I got into metal like 88. So you guys got into metal before I did. So
Right.
So I had to backtrack on all that.
Well, you're the young in here.
Well, and I had a brother that was, 11, 12 years older than me, so he passed down a lot of metal to me. I remember
Not
the first
that much though.
And don't slap me around or take my metal card for this, but the first time I remember really getting into metal was listening to Kiss.
Yeah,
I mean, back then, in the late 70s, that was metal, dude.
Yeah. I had older siblings, but none of them were into metal.
Really?
Yeah, I just kind of discovered it.
That's cool, man. That's cool. And it's cool how, metal brought a lot of people together, Everybody talks about metalheads, how we're so, oh, they're satanic or they're evil or whatever. It's like, no, man, fucking metal brought us all together,
I've been to 3 metal fests in the last 2 years, and I didn't see any fight, any confrontation, no trouble.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. You've been going to Milwaukee?
I went the last 2 years, and then I went to Full Terror Assault this past year.
Okay. Nice. I tell you what, I really wanted to go to Louder Than Life, but man, I just don't want to pay them prices, man.
Right. I would go to Milwaukee this year, but it's the same weekend as my son's high school graduation.
Oh, right on. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
That's why I've been hitting more local shows.
So you're not telling your son, screw off and going to metal fest?
Yeah.
Look, there's a card. But so I've been going to more shows in St. Louis. I've been going to more local shows.
Right.
Last couple of years, I've been on this bucket list tour where I'm just seeing all these old school bands that slipped through the cracks throughout the years, and now I'm just trying to catch them before.
Tell them who you just saw.
Well, I thought I just saw something from you. You were over at Fubar.
Yeah, I just seen the Red Flag. I've seen a Corner and Deceased.
Nice.
And then here in less than 2 weeks, I'm going to see Carcass, Cannibal Corpse, and Meshuggah. And I'm going to see Carcass because I've never seen Carcass.
Right.
It's a bucket list band. So
I almost went to that show.
Sure.
I'm not a huge Meshuggah fan.
You mean you almost went to the one coming up?
Right. But I thought about going for Carcass and Cannibal.
I'm going for Carcass because I've never seen them.
I haven't either.
And I've seen Cannibal a million times.
Yeah.
All 3 of those I think are great bands.
Yeah,
I would love to
sure.
see any of them. And putting them together on a package, it just makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think here in May I'm going to go see DRI too. I've never seen them. Bucket list. Check.
You're going to go see what?
DRI.
Dirty Rotten
Nice.
Dirty Rotten. Iguanas.
Iguanas.
Igloos.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Like I said, my buddy Clint just said, "Hey, I got us tickets for Ginger. That show is going to be really fucking weird because it's Ginger, and baby metal.
Oh, wow.
I just can't do baby metal.
I can't.
I've listened to it.
I can't either. But whatever. The last time I saw Ginger, they had POD with them.
For the very first time.
Yeah. Honestly, they were pretty damn good though.
Oh, they're a good band, but he always hits that last note like a half step flat.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, there's some cool shit coming up, man. But unfortunately, we don't get to see Metal Church though.
Yeah.
That's probably not ever going to happen for us.
I've seen them twice. I got to see them open up for Metallica. We went together. That was, what, 91?
91, 92.
Yeah.
Like that. It was on the Black Album tour.
At Riverport.
Oh, the Black Album.
They opened up with Ton of Bricks, I remember.
Nice.
They destroyed it. They blew Metallica off the stage, I thought.
Wow.
And
they were just so much more tight, you know.
That was when Metallica came out dressed up in like hippie clothing too.
Yeah, they were into the long song.
They did it as a gag.
Participation and
right.
And their whole rock star doing a 10-minute guitar solo, and you know they had the rock star stuff going on. It was still cool. But
I later read in an interview with Kirk Hammett that he brought that show up because he had like a paisley bell-bottom pants on and like a white T-shirt that said like "Vote" and he had on some beads and stuff. And this is before he cut his hair and did the whole Black Album, or I mean Reload album haircut thing. He said he did it because he lost a bet with somebody. I was like, that's hilarious.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's crazy. What the hell?
But you know, that was a great concert. And then we saw them again at what was that?
At the Firebird.
Or Firebird, sorry. Yeah. We saw them at the Firebird both times with Mike Howe singing.
2016, I believe.
And got to meet Mike Howe that night, and you could tell he was just like, I really don't want to be here. Just his attitude was
really.
Yeah, he's he didn't look like he was angry with anyone. He looked like he was like a defeated man. Like, I've come to this. You know, because the guy used to play arenas and stuff, and now he's playing in front of 150 people on a weeknight at a St. Louis club. You know, was it a weekend? Anyway.
I'm just fucking.
But
I had never been to the Firebird until we played there.
You know, it was a nice venue.
Yeah.
I've gone wrong a time or two before.
Yeah, kind of a cool place.
And then of course Mike took his own life, sadly. Which I saw an interview with Kurt also discussing that he was on antidepressants at the time. And you hear those ads say, if you have suicidal thoughts, stop taking immediately. And he thinks that what happened is he had the suicidal thought side effect and followed through with it. He said because he was loving life at the time, and that's why he was taking the antidepressants. He thinks it was a side effect. At least that's what his belief is.
That's crazy.
It's very sad, no matter how you slice it.
Yeah, that's horrible, man.
And to be honest with you, he was my favorite vocalist in the band. Yeah. A lot of the old faithful are going to scream bloody murder at me, but David Wayne is awesome too. If I had to pick, I'm going to pick Mike Howe's voice.
Yeah. I get where you're coming from with that, but like for me on this album, I cannot imagine Mike Howe on this album.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I've heard him sing these songs in concert, you know, but I get what you're saying too. It's just David Wayne has that presence on here.
He does.
Like David Wayne better, but Mike Howe was a great replacement. I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better replacement.
Absolutely.
And the funny part is, you know, Mike Howe left his band to go join Metal Church, and then David Wayne left his band to go play in Mike Howe's band, which they called it Reverend. So they did trading places.
Right. Yeah, I thought that was kind of weird. I ran across that earlier.
But, you know, those two are forever going to be attached, and they're also both no longer here.
Yeah, they're both passed on.
So Vanderhoof has got a new guy in the stirrup, and I have not heard him yet. So I couldn't give you a comment as to how well he's duplicating the old stuff.
Right.
And I'm sure the guy's no slouch.
Yeah, I'm sure. I heard he was good, but their first 3 albums, they'll never top those. In my opinion.
No, absolutely not.
Those are masterpieces, classics.
But yeah, it looks like Mike Howe ran with them from 88 to 96, and then of course they broke up for a while, and then he rejoined the group in 2015 and stayed until his death in 2021.
And I know he did some later records with them. Did he do 2 of
He
them?
did at least 1 or 2. The X or 10 on it.
Yeah.
And I think they had one in the midst of being made whenever all that went down.
When we seen him in 2016.
Mm-hmm. Well, they had that fresh one out at that point.
But they put out another one, I think, after that too.
I think you're right, but I think they had another one maybe that they were in the midst of working on, but I don't think they got his vocals down.
Yeah, they had 11, and then Damned If You Do.
Okay.
He was on. And then
I've heard them. It's just
in
been a minute.
23, they had Congregation of Annihilation come out, but of course he was not on that.
Because I heard Vanderhoof in an interview talking that they had the music basically written and they were starting to record all of it, but then in the midst of that, before he could do his vocals, is when all that went down.
They've got a new singer. His name is Mark Lopez.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
And I think he's a guy they just found off the internet. Like somebody who submitted or something, and he liked him, and it worked out. I think he said they had several different submissions.
Right.
You know, it's
Okay.
the digital
So
age.
this is so weird that I just ran into a list of singles, and one of the singles that they did is Iron Man with Sir Mix-a-Lot.
What?
So
You talking about Metal Church?
Sir Mix-a-Lot thing came into play.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's I don't even know what to think about.
That's
Well, it's the same
crazy.
producer.
Stop telling me this. I don't
That
know
was in
why.
1988 they did
Metal
that.
Church to lose points.
That would have been before Bring the Noise, but after Aerosmith doing Run DMC.
I don't give a shit who you are. Bring the Noise is a fucking awesome song.
Oh, I love it.
I like it.
Yeah.
There are so many people were pissed off after that whole debacle, but man, that song is still great.
Oh, it is.
The both of us saw that tour also.
Yeah, we've seen that tour.
Primus
what?
opened.
Yeah.
We've seen that tour. Me and Jim. Primus opened.
He got radio tickets for
Yeah.
being what caller?
I was 1, 2, and the third caller, and I won 4 tickets to Carbondale SIU Arena, and yeah, it was Primus, which I didn't know who Primus was, and they opened,
Yeah.
and then
Sailing the Seas of Cheese
yeah,
album.
so, and then of course Public Enemy and Anthrax, and they destroyed it. Anthrax destroyed it.
Dude,
But
that's
yeah, that was
funny.
a good concert. It was a
Funny thing about that show was it was a basketball arena, so they had folding chairs on the floor. And when Anthrax came on, the folding chairs were gone. And you could tell because that was before the blacks and whites really did a whole lot of mixing. The black guys were looking at the white kids going, man, these boys is crazy. They've never seen that before.
Dude, it's funny. The only time I've ever won tickets, like on the radio or whatever, was just a few years ago. Monday Night Metal had come back on Keishi, and I used to listen to it on my phone on Monday nights. It was kind of my routine. I'd sit and watch Monday Night Raw and listen to Monday Night Metal. And oh my God, I can't remember. Who's the guy that does Monday Night Metal sometimes? Fuck is
I'm
his
at
name?
work, so I don't get a chance to hear it most of the time.
God, he's a big metalhead. I used to run into him at shows all the time. But anyway,
Garrett.
huh?
Garrett, did he?
No, he talks with them, but I don't think he's on the radio.
Yeah. No, God. Shit. No, I can't remember his name. But anyway, anyway, so I've been sitting there and I've been drinking for like 2 hours, just slamming. And I was pretty fucking lit. And he answered the phone. I called and he answered the phone. And I think I said to him, wait, what the fuck are you answering the phone for? So I was so fucked up. I didn't even realize that I had actually won the tickets. And it was kind of funny. I remember I could barely talk to the guy. He said, how about if I get your phone number and call you back tomorrow?
When you sober up, you lush.
Oh, man, I was fucked up, dude. Oh,
I used to listen to that all the time back in the day, and I would call for tickets and stuff all the time whenever they would do those on-air promos. They
yeah,
never answered the phone. Like
yeah,
it would just be ringing and ringing. Didn't matter if I was the first, second, or third
right.
person, probably physically to do it.
Probably scary.
They just they would have an Illinois and a Missouri phone number, and it was
Yeah,
always Missouri people that were winning the
Like,
tickets.
fuck them Illinois people.
Pretty much. That's the way I felt.
You dirty Illinois bastards.
Yep, we're fibbers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So this album did very well for him. 10 songs.
Absolutely.
Pretty much cemented them in the metal landscape as not being a one-shot wonder. And then lofted them to greater heights once they started to get going with the next couple records.
Yeah.
I kind of wish that they hadn't have been plowed under with, the whole Nirvana stuff, because who knows how much further they could have taken it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that happened to all the metal bands.
They did pretty good. All in all, they, put out, 13 albums?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what,
Oh. I don't know. I lost track of something, like
some,
I had the first 4, then I kind of lost track. They got several. No, a lot of them weren't not that great.
Right.
It's also interesting. I was trying to find some old recordings on YouTube of them playing live with David Wayne. It's like everything I found, the quality was so horrible, it was almost unwatchable.
Really?
The video would be so washed out with the lights like they used to be back in the day, or like it would be like VHS quality where the lines were going through everything. It was horrible. I was trying to find something, and the best stuff I could find actually had Mike Howe singing the stuff right after it, and it was European concerts.
Yeah, so they put out 13 albums in 40 years.
All you need is the first 3.
All you need is the first 3. Yeah, there you go.
Hey, I will argue that fourth one.
I'll put the 4th one.
But the Human Factor.
First 3 are A's. Human Factor is a B minus.
Yeah, I agree with you. The first 3 for me were what really did it for me. Yeah, these others, I mean, I've heard bits and pieces of them, but they kind of run together for me. Mm-hmm. But like I said earlier, though, these first 3 albums came out at a very pivotal time in all our lives. Yep. The rest of us, we were all older and doing our own thing. True. By the mid 90s, we were worried about Lunatic and Heavy Ground and
listening to different music too, listening to death metal and different things. And,
right.
So you're right. Listening to it with a different state of mind, different point in your life makes a difference.
You know what? We were talking about that earlier, and I forgot. I lost track. But you were talking about Cannibal Corpse earlier. Have you listened to? And it's older now, but have you listened to Conquering Dystopia, which is Alex Webster's side project?
No,
I don't think so.
You should get that. Once I found out about it, I downloaded it. Absolutely phenomenal album. It's instrumental stuff, but man, it's fucking killer.
Really?
Killer. It's called Conquering Dystopia.
Now, is it progressive or?
It's heavy. It's a little bit of. I guess you could call it progressive, but it's very. it's not quite Cannibal, but it's fast like Cannibal. But I don't know. Sometimes Cannibal doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Sometimes their music doesn't make sense, and this Conquering Dystopia is very. It's fast like Cannibal Corpse, but it's very groove oriented. It's almost like like Arch Enemy kind of, you know, how you can really groove with it. I don't know. I really dig it. If you get a chance, check it out, man. It's pretty cool. Conquering Dystopia.
Groovy.
But yeah,
Well,
not a lot. Not a lot I can say about Metal Church here. I mean, fucking killer album. If you don't know this album, then I don't know what to say about you, man. You're you're lost.
This album brings me back to being about 13 or 14, probably about 14, and listening to the tape on my Walkman. I used to clean a printing office, and for whatever reason, it seems like I just have memories of cleaning that office with it in my Walkman.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, and mowing grass and stuff, I listened to the shit out of that tape.
I did too, man. I listened to it. I had a decent stereo in my bedroom, and I would just lay in the bed and stare at the ceiling and listen to that for hours, man. So I listened to all kinds of stuff, but man, when it first came out, I typically do that, and it's funny, I still do that. Like when I get a new album or something, I will just listen to the shit out of it for days, you know, and almost memorize the album, you know, and then I'll move on to something else, you know, and then I'll keep going back to it. I didn't really do that with the new Metallica album, but
I listened to it like twice.
I did. I am going to say, though, I did enjoy that album for what it was.
It had some moments I liked, but as a record of songs, there was no song that really grabbed me.
Yeah.
Then the new Metallica, the new Megadeth, I'm just kind of like,
Yeah.
Now the new Megadeth, I think it's really great, to be honest with you.
I like the I like the new Megadeth. Well, it's not really new anymore, but
yeah, they're working on the next one now.
Overkill even too. It was okay, but it's like, oh, now they're Overkill out.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on the Overkill. I liked Grinding Wheel. I thought that was pretty damn good, but this new Scorched, I listened to it a few times, but I don't know, I just couldn't get into it.
Some of the later ones for a lot of these bands to me, but like even Slayer, the last few were like, another Slayer album.
Yeah. I don't know, Repentless was really good, but even it had some songs that were like,
Yeah, I didn't care.
You know.
To me, out of the big four or something, Anthrax, their last two albums have been
phenomenal. Fucking killer.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, and they're actually supposed to have a new album coming out here pretty soon.
I can't wait. I hope it's up there.
We'll see, man. We'll see. I think the best thing they've put out in years is Worship Music.
Yeah, that album. For All Kings is great too, though.
For All Kings is a good album, but for me, Worship Music
is just
music a
little better. Yeah,
I'm with you. To me, that's the best thing they've put out, except for Among the Living. I don't think anything touches Among the Living.
Oh no.
To me, their last two is up there with their best. As quality as albums as are my favorites.
Yeah,
their old shit.
Absolutely.
Great.
Damn good.
I've been listening to a lot of older music, like rediscovering bands that I just slipped.
Nothing wrong with that, man.
Listened to a lot of death metal lately, the last several years.
Yeah. I've been trying to, but some of it, like, I just like. Oh, I don't know. I'm just tired of that vocal style, I don't know. Even the new, I got the new Cannibal album, and I've listened to it a couple times, and I don't know. I can't get into it. But see, I'm different than you guys. Like, I absolutely love Ginger. I could listen to them fucking constantly because I love that it's it's not her. I mean, it is, but it's her style. It's the way she can go from singing to fucking growling and in the same sentence, you know. And I really love that kind of style. There's very few bands that do that. I love like the music for Arch Enemy, but
I'm with you on the Ginger stuff, but they just haven't got anything that's hooked me.
Same.
Like I don't hear a hook in their songs.
I don't dislike them, but
technically they're amazing.
Right, I feel the same.
Oh yeah, they're fucking phenomenal,
dude.
Dude.
But they don't have a hook like a Dream Theater would have.
I get you there. I really like their last couple albums. They just put out a new album called Duel, and I haven't listened to it enough to really tell you that I love it or dislike it or whatever. But I don't know. They're just kind of who I'm into right now.
That's cool. I mean, it's not a bad band by any stretch.
No. Their bass player is really impressive to me. And that's usually what I gravitate towards is, you know, bass players and stuff. And Eugene, he's just a phenomenal bass player, you know, and like I catch myself watching a lot of his
so does that mean your
like
favorite
his practice
song,
stuff? Huh?
Gerald, does that mean your favorite all-time song must be Big Bottom by Spinal Tap?
No.
3 bass.
You know, it's funny. Somebody brought that up the other day, and they were like, "What's your favorite song of all time?"
2.
And I'm like, I don't know that I really have one. You know, because there's so much I like, and it depends on my mood.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, because
I pick one of anything. That's the best.
You know, it's like I love metal, but then I also like Motown. You know, I mean, I'm weird like that. You know, I don't know that I really have a favorite song. If I had to pick a favorite band, it would probably be Slayer, just because, I mean, I don't know.
By default.
They've been a constant of mine ever since fucking
Vietnam.
86, you know? Yeah, I don't know. Favorite song, I don't really think I have one.
No.
There's too many out there that I love.
Like, favorite bands, I'd have to pick like 30 favorite bands.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I can't even.
It's hard to even do that.
Yeah,
you know?
For sure. A band I've been listening to a lot lately, Immolation.
Yeah.
Dude, what a great band.
Yeah, I haven't heard them in forever.
I've really been getting into them lately, and just they have their own sound, they're their own thing, and I love it.
Yeah.
Such a unique band.
So you've been hitting the metal scene a lot. Is Internal Bleeding still around?
Yeah, actually, I seen them. It's funny you say that. I seen them at Milwaukee Metal Fest, and I talked to Chris, and I actually hooked up an interview with him with. It's Justin Horville. He calls himself J Dog. Him and his brothers have Hell's Headbangers Records.
Yeah,
and I hooked the interview. I got him an interview with. At Milwaukee Metal Fest. It's on YouTube.
Nice.
Actually. Yeah.
Nice.
So did he get the job?
Yeah.
I know
that
I hung out with Chris a little bit at Milwaukee Metal Fest too.
That year we went up there, I think they were probably one of the bands I was most impressed with that year. Yeah. I just really dug their set, man. And they were playing they were playing one of the, what was it? They had this one room there, and it was like, the fucking, I don't know, whatever stage. And you walk in the room, and it's about the size of a fucking closet.
Yeah, that's the little bar there. Yeah, they got the little bar.
It was a little bar.
They got the rave, which is, well, the rave is bigger. They got a smaller one, too.
Okay.
There's the Eagles ballroom on top. That's the big ballroom.
Yeah, that's where we played.
The rave is kind of about like Pops.
Okay.
And then there's a smaller bar with a smaller stage.
Yeah, they were playing in that smaller bar.
Yeah.
With that small stage that year, but
I seen them in '95 at the rave stage, and they crushed it. And then last year they were on the Eagles ballroom stage.
That's cool, man.
And they actually, it's funny if you look up Internal Bleeding at the Milwaukee Metal Fest last year. Me and Jeff's the back of our heads. Right there.
Nice.
Bobbing.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
But so they're still around.
That's cool, man. That's cool. Just a bunch of dudes talking about metal.
Hell yeah.
It's what we do,
So-
man.
What are we going to do next time?
I don't know. What are you up for?
Why don't we see if somebody else has an idea?
Well, if we can get Andy to come back with us.
I could try.
You want to pick an album? A
Yeah.
thrash record?
A thrash record.
If we've already done it, we'll tell you.
I know what
we
you
wanna-
guys have
we
already
tr-
done, right?
We want to try to keep away from the bands that we've done so
yeah,
far.
you've done Exodus, Bonded by Blood, you've done Anthrax, State of Before, you've done Metallica,
The big four.
the 598 EP,
Yes.
Yeah.
Slayer, you did Divine Intervention,
Yep.
Right.
Megadeth, you did So Far So Good, So What,
Yep.
Yep.
The Dark now that we did, and then I thought there was another one. You said.
Testament Low.
Testament Low,
Suicidal. How Will I Laugh?
Suicide
Yeah.
Hollow, Laugh.
Dude, there's so many bands out there that it's crazy.
You know, there's Nuclear Assault. There's Heathen. There's Dark Angel. There's
Violence, Eternal Nightmare.
Forbidden.
Violence. That would be a good
Eternal
one.
Nightmare, let's do that one.
All right, dude, you got it.
You mean you're not going to do the one after?
It's funny, I actually seen them 2 years ago at the Milwaukee Metal Fest in 23, and they were my highlight of the fest.
I've not caught them live yet.
That was me neither. That was my first time. I've been, like I said, this bucket list.
Well, they kind of really
Yeah.
didn't get much of a touring opportunity
no, they
back in
didn't
the
come
day.
to our area a lot.
It's funny
Weird.
because I never really listened to them guys a lot, but Steve Russell was really big into them.
The vocals were a bit much until you got used
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
it.
you got to get. It's you either like it or you hate him. He's got a unique,
Sean Killian.
he's got a weird tone and he's got unique phrasing. The way he phrases his
Yeah.
lyrics are odd, but at first when I first heard him when I was a kid, I'm like, I don't know, and then it grew on me, and now I love like their first
Yeah.
two albums are great.
It's definitely an intentional thing. It's not like the guy's not knowing what the hell he's doing. He's a very smart man.
Right, it's kind of got a punkish vibe feel to it or attitude towards
Okay.
him, and even the way his vocal approaches, it's got a little punky kind of ness to it. I don't know how to explain it, hardcore or like just real unorthodox. Yeah, he's very odd.
Well, let's save that for the next one.
Yes.
Oh yeah, let's do it, man. Let's do it. Sounds good. All right,
Groovy.
fellas. Well, I think we're going to end this tonight, guys. Good conversation about Metal Church, The Dark.
And we are about to go dark on you.
And we're about to go dark on you. But never fear, we'll be back in your ear hole soon. Ear hole. All right, keep it metal. Later.